Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. And joining us in the studio is one of our favorites, Andrea Masters is here. And we're going to talk about all things Bike4Books and
so
library
excited.
and pick shirts that say read and everything else. We're going to get all those. We're going to get all those today. Andrea, how are you?
I'm doing terrific, thank you.
Good to see you. Last time we spoke, we'll just back up a little, was before your summer sale. How'd that go this year?
It was fantastic. It was one of the best sales we've ever had. We raised over $4,000 for the library, which is really important, and we found tons of new homes for wonderful books, so very good.
And actually, the first day, remember, it was pouring rain.
You
got one of the rainy days here in the...
Yes,
so that's kind of a good thing.
It turned out to be a good thing. We were really worried. But people, the good thing also was that on the next day, people had cabin fever from being locked inside.
So
that Sunday was incredibly busy, too.
Yeah, that's great. And there was it was a great variety of books and CDs and everything else. I got a chance to pick up some stuff down there.
We take a lot of pride in our book sale. We put out only the good stuff, nothing ratty, nothing. So, yes. But let's talk about Bike4Books.
Okay, let's jump to Bike4Books because that is such an incredible event. And it's a great fundraiser for you at the same time. So let's talk about Bike4Books.
Yes, Bike4Books. In its 15th year. Can you imagine we're already doing it for 15 years?
Get out.
No, it's, okay, Bike4Books is a mountain bike, let's call it mountain bike event. Meaning road bikers, not so good, rent a mountain bike at Joe Jones. They give us an incredible deal for $10. You can get a mountain bike for the whole day to do the event. And you explore trails in North Conway, in and around North Conway. We mark the trails. Chris Krug from Eastside Bike Guides, great guy who knows the trails in and out, marks all the various trails in the valley. And then we have different tours for different abilities. We have trails for kids. You just saw the photo. In Whitaker Woods, 2 trails, loops for novice riders and little kids. Very easy, very plain. One is totally flat, one is a little bit hillier, but short and easy in Whitaker Woods. Then we have an intermediate trail. And the new thing this year, it's all on the east side of North Conway, which means virtually no pavement riding whatsoever.
That's great.
Just one tiny little connector. And so it's the east side, just to give out a few trail names, Sticks and Stones, Muffler, let me take my cheat sheet.
Kearsarge Brook.
Kearsarge Brook, Beaver Fever, Lower Side Hill, Swamp Trail. So those are the intermediate ones. Sticks and Stones, a lot of people know.
It's a great trail.
And it is. And then for the hardcore riders, we really make it hardcore this year. The Expert Trail has the Red Tail Trail, and then going down Kettle Ridge, Upper Side Hill, Rattlesnake, Outer Limits, Twilight Zones. Those are all trails that are way above my pay grade. And they're really hardcore, which is a great opportunity for people who are not that familiar with the trails. They can do this ride, which is also a fundraiser for the North Conway Library, and then explore those trails, and next time do it on your own because you know where to go.
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the key things there. You talk about where to go, because the trails are well marked, and that is so important, especially when you're first exploring these trails. Do I take a left? Do I take a right? And does this connect? And by having them marked out makes for just a nice, enjoyable journey, because you're not worrying about that part of it. You're worrying about, am I riding? Am I, having fun? But you don't have to worry about where you're going.
It's a no-brainer on so many levels. It's a no-brainer to do the whole event, and then while doing it, that you don't have to worry about where to go. So we really enjoyed. We encourage all the mountain bikers from local and afar to jump on. The nice thing is also you can do it at your own pace. We have various we don't have start times per se. You register the day of the event, October 1st, Saturday, between 8 and 11 a.m. in the morning at Whitaker Woods Homeside. And then you go out when you're ready, when your group of friends are together, or when if you want to go by yourself, or make new friends, you just go out when you're ready, so there's no congestion on the trail. And then you bike at your own pace. If you want to get off, and I get off sometimes, that's totally okay. Nobody will say anything. Nobody minds. You just bike at your own pace, because everything is marked, and you do your thing, but in the company of your friends.
Right. Right. And like you say, meeting up with new friends, and then of course afterwards you got food.
We got food. We got a big pizza party. LVO's Pizzeria is nice enough to sponsor it. The best pizza north of the Bronx, so that's awesome. And we have coffee from Frontside Grind and tons of homemade desserts. Homemade, very delicious desserts made by the board, friends of the library, local bakeries. So we were happy about that. We also have, if you're totally starving, before you go out, we have some bagels at the beginning, and then at the halfway point, which is now not at a covered bridge, things have changed. It's on Hemlock Lane, right next to the bike trail, where people can fuel up with Gatorade, water, and bagels and muffins and bananas and such, peanut butter.
That's awesome. And the first 120 to register get the bike bottle this year.
Yes. We have this year new color. I don't know if you can see it. Black font and red caps. This is last year's bottle. We still have a few left of those if anybody is more for blue, with all our sponsors on them. Can I just really quick?
Absolutely.
Merrill Lynch is underwriting the whole event. Then we have Eastside Bike Guides as major sponsors, the Mount Washington Valley Bicycling Club, Mount Washington Valley Rec Path, M&M Assurance, Leo Kenny Chiropractor, and the Bike Shop. I think that is it. Let me make sure that, no, I haven't forgotten anybody. So thank you to those businesses. Please thank them that they're so generous with both the event and the North Conway Library.
Right, and it's such a beautiful time of year. You're just, we're kind of just hinting into foliage. We'll see what we do this year.
Yes.
But a great time of year to be out, not too hot.
It will be fine. And it's, by the way, it's reasonable. We try to keep the prices down. We rather ask for more sponsor money and keep the prices for participants down, such as individual adult registers for $25, kids 16 and under for $15, I think. Couples, $45, a whole family of four for, $55, I think. Yes,
wow.
$55. So that's a great deal.
Very reasonable,
for food for a whole day event. You don't have to make it a whole day event. If you say you just have an hour or two, you just do the short loop and you're fine and still support the library.
Absolutely, and you've got all this information on your website.
We sure do.
As we can see right there. So that's a great thing to be able to partake. And I know there's probably some people go, well, I know the trails. I go out, and it's like, yeah, but do you know them as well as you think you do? And to know that they are marked. I'm gonna throw out a little story here, Andrea. The importance of marked trails to Rob Clark. We went on a bike trip, my wife Nancy and I and a friend of ours over in England, and it was, they have these long trails, and this trail we were on, every single turn there was a mark.
Yes.
Because here we are, we're in another country, and we're out in the in the farmlands of northern England, and every place there was a turn, and it took away that stress. Yes. It was just knowing that those signs were there. And I've done Bike4Books, and the same thing, knowing where those marks are. It's like, it's great. You just write, there's my color, and you go in that direction.
It's easy. It's totally easy. Yes, you pointed out the website. If you need more information, go to the website, northconwaylibrary.com. Very easy, or northconwaylibrary.com/BFB for Bike4Books. You can also register online. There's a link on our website, or you go to bikereg.com, put in Bike4Books, and you're right there. Register online, pay with a credit card. You can download a registration form on our website, pick it up at the library, really easy. Oh, another thing that we offer, if you don't want to pay, or if you want to do something more for the library, you can raise pledges.
Right.
We have a pledge form online, so you can go out. That way you get your free entry and the library gets even more money. We have some prizes for top fundraisers, so it will be, you can, if you want to do it, you can do it, and you should do it. It will be a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and you can. All of a sudden, you're like, well, I like to ride, but I don't have people to ride with. Well, you're going to meet people to ride with, and maybe the week after you now have your riding
buddies.
Group. Yeah, riding
exactly.
buddies.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, so, a lot of second home owners do that too, or people coming from all over New England. I'm not kidding you. We have a family from Rhode Island that comes almost every year when they can. So it's good.
Terrific. Hard to believe it's 15 years. I remember that first year, it was
We were
15 years
flying
ago.
off the seat of our pants,
That's
but
it,
this year we got it down to almost a science. Yes.
That's great. That's great. And what else? What do we have to look forward for the fall or the things with the library?
We have another very cool event lined up November 13. It's a show tune. Mary Bastoni, well-known singer,
Absolutely,
educator, is singing show tunes and jazz. It's an event. It's a fundraiser for the library at M&D Productions. So the information,
What
we
fun.
just got this firmed up, so it's not on the website yet, but it will be over the weekend. So check back with us, and that will be another fun, a lot more cultural and fancy event. Appetizers, is a whole wine party before cocktail
No bike
party.
shoes.
No bike shoes, no. If you really, really have to, come in your bike clothes, but we rather like it a little nicer.
Absolutely. It is the Valley. You can do that.
You sure can do that.
That's one of the great
Shorts
things.
any time of the year.
And the just to give people a quick rundown, library, the hours of the library?
We have changed our hours. Thanks for asking. We're open Tuesday in the morning at 10 o'clock, 10 to 5. It's all on our website. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the afternoon, 12 to 5 or 6. Saturday is now open.
Great.
Yes, from 10 to 1, because we had a lot of people ask for Saturday hours, particularly non-locals.
Absolutely.
Or others, which is quieter in the summer because traffic is busy, but now in the winter we think it will really pick up.
That's great.
And the morning hours on Tuesdays is something also. We did a huge survey, and more than 400 people got back to us.
Wow.
And I was impressed. And they asked for morning and weekend hours, and so we did. Unfortunately, we have to this way because we're, as you know, we're privately funded.
Right.
So money is very limited. We don't get any money from the town, the state, or the federal government. And so we had to do away with open hours on Mondays, but that went into Tuesday mornings
There
and
you go.
Saturday. And yep, you got to do those things, unfortunately. So if we find a big sponsor, then hopefully we can be open again on Mondays.
There you go.
But
Sounds great.
Yep.
Well, Andrea, always good to see you.
Thanks so
And
much for having
so
me.
Bike4Books is October 1st.
First.
So that's 2 weeks
Yes,
from
it's
now.
in 2 weeks already,
So,
Saturday.
Get your bike legs ready.
Yep.
And head on out there, go to the website, get all the information you need, and sign up.
NorthConwayLibrary.com, really easy.
Sounds great. Andrea,
Okay.
good to see you.
Thank
and
you.
we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.